Today on Tarot's Toolbox, we're in Miami in an older house. It's about 100 years old, and it's a flat roofed house, which means that the roof is flat. And it has a water problem up top where the water traps itself up underneath the tar paper. I should have had a video of that, but we don't have a video of that. So basically what it did is it caused problems with the wall. As you can see, the wall is bubbling all up because the water is coming down the wall, and it also caused the baseboards to rotten out. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this trim and replace the trim so that it doesn't look so bad. Okay, so first thing you're going to need is a screwdriver, which is this thing right here, and you're going to pry the wood up. You're going to pretty much find where the crease of it is, because most of the time the baseboard has a trim at the bottom. Usually it's a quarter round, which gives you a nice look on top of your carpet. So what happened in this case, the carpet people came in, put in the carpet, and I guess they damaged the wood. So I'm here to fix it. So you take your screwdriver, you put it in the crease of it, and you could either use your hand or use a hammer. If you got little soft baby hands, you probably want to use a hammer. You're gonna hurt yourself. But you just hit it right in the crease of it, and you pry it down, and the wood just comes out like this. Now you could either replace just a section of it, or you can replace the whole strip of it. So in this case, I don't really believe in patching stuff up and just putting a little section in it. So I want to just put a whole new piece of wood in there and call it a day, because it's going to look better and I don't have to paint or caulk it that much. You know, I'm just going to be able to go to Home Depot or Lowe's or Ace Hardware, get me a piece of strip of molding, put the whole thing down, bam, 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 nail it in there, and just be done, you know. So you basically have to take the whole thing off. Now, if I had a razor blade, it would be better, or my multi-tool, which is the tool that I used in one of my other videos. It would be a little bit easier. So my plan for this, I'm gonna replace this with a wider piece of wood. That way, I can just cover up where this old strip was and cover up the old caulking. So I'm gonna just take it out. This is a 100-year-old house, so things are kind of glued down on here. And that hurt. It'd probably be better if I had a breaker bar or a pry bar. I won't have to use my hands so much, because we need our hands. We don't want to hurt them. Okay. So I'm gonna go and get a pry bar so you guys could come with me. Come. Like I was saying, this is a 100-year-old house. As you can see, it's flat roofed. You know, it's made with the old style architecture with the stucco finish on it. All of the houses in this neighborhood is like that. You know, been here over 100 years. So we're gonna get the pry bar. Trusty old pry bar, Harbor Freight. This is what it's like in Miami. Loud cars, loud bikes. You see a lot of crazy stuff sometimes. Loud cars, loud bikes, fights. Day and night. My camera girl almost fell. So, we got the pry bar and the razor blade. Now we're going to, don't dirty up the walls, Mario. I really don't want to paint them over again. Okay, so like I was saying, I should have had this before I had the video jumping off. You take the razor blade, and sometimes it's glued, so you have to take it, run it across it, score it, make a line. You know? That way when you pry it off, it just comes off clean and you don't really damage the paint. So, you're gonna take your pry bar, put that baby in there like that. Hold on. Put it in there like that, pry back on it. There you go. It's coming out like butter now. Make sure you wear safety glasses when you're doing this. I don't have mine on. Should have brought mine out of the truck. Ouch. Hurt my finger. These are new carpets in here, so I'm gonna try my best to keep it clean. And these floors, they're made out of wood. As you walk on them, you could kind of hear the bass, like in the scary movie. Okay, so we're still trying to get this out of here. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Or are you just looking at me? Have a little dilemma right here where the carpet people put the carpet thing right on top of the old raggedy baseboard. Okay, now we got it out. Now that's what you call getting it done. Okay, so now that it's out, make sure you keep your area clean. If you're doing this for somebody else, or if you're doing it for yourself, you want to make sure you keep it clean. So I'm gonna pick up all the little pieces off the floor. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all ain't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Share it. Because sharing is caring. So after you done took it all up, you're gonna measure it. You know what I'm saying? So the way you measure, I know a lot of you guys out there watching this channel, you probably know all of this stuff, but I'm just gonna break it down for those that don't know. You just take the measuring tape, you pull it out, and you stretch it all the way to the end of the wall. Oh yeah. Can I have a little assistant? Hold that over there, please. There's the assistant. That's my little daughter, my youngest daughter. The oldest one is on the camera, guys. Say hi to the people. Oh, she doesn't want to say hi to the people. Okay. So, how big is this? So it's 12'3.5". 12'3.5". So we gotta go to the store and get a 12'3.5" piece of wood. And we want to make sure that the wood comes up above this line right here, you know. So we want to get a piece of trimming. Oh, I might have a piece in the truck. Hold on. Is it this long though? Oh, I might have a piece in the truck. We won't have to go to the store. That'd be great. All right, come in with me, guys. I think I might have a solution to this. We don't have to spend no extra money on this job. You know, sometimes it's good to keep a few of your scraps. As you can see, they got the old school fireplace right there. You know, old school. You know, I painted the whole thing myself. The color is called Navajo White. Check it out. This is what we got in Florida. Look at this lizard.
What are we looking at here?
Oh, I thought it was a lizard. Can't see him no more. He disappeared. But we're in Miami, Florida, like I said before. Okay, what did I come out here for? Oh, the strip. It's so easy to forget what you're saying when you're working. So, as you can see, I got a little stash right here where I keep a little wood at. It's already white. We ain't got to paint it. And let's hope that it's long enough and wide enough to do what we got to do. And as you can see, we in Miami. This is how it goes down. They be getting loud for no reason up here, I'm telling you. Shaquisha and Shaquana. Close that door so nobody won't run up in there on us. Okay, this looks like it might be a good match though. Oh wow, it's almost perfect. So what we'll do is we'll just use this. Use this and put some caulking on the top of it and be done with it. So, as you can see, if you come over here, got a little problem here. As you can see where the old piece was, there was a lot of caulking right here, so it's keeping me from going flush. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the razor blade to cut that piece off to make it fit flat against the wall and you won't have a gap. Okay. So we're gonna cut this caulking off. And the way you cut caulking off, you just keep slicing at it and it'll come off. Make sure you don't cut your leg because this blade is pretty sharp. As you can see in the older houses, they did a lot of plastering on the walls. And you really gotta be careful when you're working in homes that were built before 1979, because a lot of the material that they used back in the day had asbestos in it, and asbestos is what can cause cancer if you expose yourself to it too much. And the things that can contain asbestos is cement, tile, plaster, and the way you get exposed to it is when you cut it open and you create a whole bunch of dust. That dust is what contains the asbestos, and if you breathe it in, it's not good for you. A lot of construction workers from back in the day had big lawsuits and they sued the companies and manufacturers that created the products that they had to work with and build the houses and buildings with, and they getting a pretty fat check now. But some of them got illnesses and stuff from being exposed to the asbestos. So you guys, if you're out there, you flipping houses and you buy a house that was built before 1979, be careful of the asbestos. You know, make sure you wear a respirator, safety glasses. Make sure if you create a whole bunch of dust, you properly mask off the room. Make sure that you don't expose yourself and other people to the asbestos, if there's asbestos. I'm just letting you know. Also, if you're fixing on homes and you're vacuuming up dust, make sure that you have a filter in your vacuum so that when it sucks up all that dust, if there's asbestos in it, it won't just blow all that dust all over the house. You create a toxic environment for yourself. I have to shut the door. Wow. But anyway, they're cutting this, trying to get it as flat as possible. And as you can see, I got it pretty flat. Now it goes on there. We just add a little caulk on the top. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we have that done. Dang, how much of a gap is it down here? We're a little short down here though. Just a little. So, I don't know. I think I'll take a trip to Ace Hardware and just get a whole piece of molding, because this is too short. Too short. So let me remeasure this again just to make sure. Something like 13 feet. Okay. So 13 feet. So something like 13 feet. Okay, we're gonna go to Ace Hardware right quick. Yeah, like I was saying with the asbestos, if you look down here, we have the, I think it's called linoleum stick-on tile, but this is the newer one, but it was an older one down there before that was probably there in like the 80s. Like that stick-on tile, that contains asbestos, so you gotta be careful when you're scraping it up. It contains asbestos. So the way you work around that is that you either put tile on top of it and leave it as it is, or, you know, hire an asbestos person to come out and take a test the tile to see if it's has asbestos in it. It can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm helping you guys out there, giving you the best tips. You know, make sure you subscribe, give you them tips and them tricks. So right now we're gonna go and take a trip to Ace Hardware. We're in a little rough neighborhood. Got my ladder over here. I'm trying to debate whether I should take it with me or not. And maybe I should, or at least put it in the house. We don't want Ray to come and take my ladder. So the ladder I got, this is the Little Giant. I bought it off the Craigslist for $150 a couple years ago. You know, it transforms into a A-frame ladder to a long ladder up to 22 inches. It comes in handy because you don't have to carry around 2 ladders. You have 1 ladder that could do 2 things. So I'm gonna put this in here, keep it safe. A lot of you handymen and contractors out there, you probably know, if you leave your tools out, they just might walk. And you might find it in the pawn shop somewhere. Because that's just the type of world we live in. So we about to go take a trip to Ace Hardware. Might show you a couple scenes down here in Miami on our way. Show you guys what it's like. I know you guys is viewing from all over the world. Make sure y'all subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. So yeah, how we gonna do this?
God first, everything else after. I'm sitting up a prayer, lit back looking at the rafters. I came to clear the way, so I'm killing all you rappers, killing all you trappers, killing all you actors. A message from the master. No need to spit it faster, so you could get a grasp of what I'm really trying to say. Cause I think you better duck, bro. Your message really sucks, bro. Time to turn this thing up, me the devil about to knuckle up. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it. Right now, time to get it, time to get it, time to get it. Right now, time to get it, time to get it, time to get it. Time to get it, time to get it.
Pretty much walk through.
Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it. Time to get it, time to get it. I hear him saying you a Christian, you can't rap hard. But I'm in my own league, God said I'm about to rock. Lyrically I dominate, killing your whole entourage. Creatively you boring me, y'all like just some followers. Punch bubblegum, walking like party hard. All systems going right, you get stuck on sauce.
Getting off track, y'all. So we have a dilemma here. They only sell 10 feet pieces. Home Depot sells 16 feet. So I have to buy 2 to make it do what it do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get 2 of these. And we're gonna call it a day. Look at the aisles, man. Goodies.
Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it. Right now, time to get it, time to get it, time to get it. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it. Time to get it, time to get it. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it. Time to get it, time to get it.
One thing you cannot forget to do is drink. You got to drink. I got that fresh juice. It's cold. When it go down your throat, it just make your whole inside just go like you done drunk some Vicks vapor rub or something. I don't know. I don't even got my microphone on. But yeah, make sure that you drink, especially down here in Florida. I remember one time I was working outside and it was so hot, and I was drinking Gatorade. Gatorades ain't that good. I'm sorry, Gatorade. As you can see in Miami, we got the mannequins over there with the clothes. A lot of little, huh? A lot of hot tamales out here. You want to see some hot tamales? Hot tamales. Well, make sure you drink. Stay hydrated, because you can easily catch a heat stroke. Remember one time I was so hot, I couldn't even stand up. I had to sit down. And I was drinking Gatorades. But Gatorade's not that good for you. My experience is Powerade is the best thing for drinking when you outside working in the sun. Because Powerade doesn't make me dehydrated for some reason. So keep a cooler full of Powerade and water. You know, water is always the best, but it just doesn't taste good. You can't just drink water all day, make your stomach hurt, you start getting hungry. But keep a cooler full of water and Powerade. It's a necessity. As we can see, we under a bridge. It's where a lot of homeless people sleep at. So many churches down here. You got like 1,000,001 churches on one street. And a lot of these buildings is abandoned because of the neighborhood. A lot of them, like most of the buildings down here are abandoned. I don't know why they want to just do something with these buildings. Maybe you could put the homeless people in them or something. You know, that'd be a good idea. What you guys think? But yeah, this is Miami. This is the, I don't know what you call this, but we're off 17th Avenue. As you can see, there's a lot of abandoned buildings. I need me a building. Give me one of them things. We're approaching the location right now. Why am I talking like that? This is Terrard Toolbox, man. I am not doing website tutorials right now. I forgot. So I got to transition over to Terrard's Toolbox. See, y'all, I got like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different channels, and each channel is talking about different subjects. So each channel I'm talking to a different type of person, or different group of people, or different type of fans that follow and watch my videos. So I got to speak the language of them. So a few minutes ago, I wasn't speaking the language of Terrard's Toolbox. I was talking a little too proper. This is not corporate. This is a man's world right here. We get down and busy on Terrard's Toolbox channel. Sometimes you forget who you are. Wearing too many hats. Not enough heads. That's deep. Think about it. Well, we back to the location. We're gonna go ahead and nail this thing up. Get that done. And then after that, we just got one more little thing to do, and we'll be done. All right. So we'll be back in a second. Make sure y'all subscribe though. All right. Yeah. Terrard's Toolbox. My van is kind of junky right now. I gotta clean it up. It's usually organized. I got my organization team right here behind me, and they really do a good job. If y'all need y'all vans organized, they charge $100 to organize y'all van. So if y'all want to get y'all van organized, holla at them. Send me a message if you're in Florida. But we got the 2 pieces of baseboard, and I'm about to go and get the gun. I got the Ryobi Airstrike nailer. I'm gonna show y'all what that is. I think I showed y'all what it was in the last video. I'm gonna cut this for a second. I'm gonna put my mic back in so y'all can hear me good.
Okay, now that we got the mic back in, recording. Let me show y'all. This is my company right here. It's called Proxy Tech. As you can see, we got the work van going on. We got the access doors. Just push a button. You open it. Press the button. You know what I'm saying? Pop up. And inside it, we got the tools right there, so you don't have to really go on the inside of the van to get access to your tools. But right now, just like I said, it's not organized at all. My organized team got to put it together. Every time I go out on one job and this thing be looking a mess, like a hurricane went through it. But my organized team get it popping, they get it together, get it looking good and professional. Like I say, if y'all need y'all vans organized, they do it for $100. So holla, hit the link in the description and they can organize your van. So we got the Ryobi Airstrike. If this was organized, I wouldn't be struggling. It's good to keep your stuff organized. You need a good organized team. Actually, they're gonna be organizing my van today, and maybe they can show you exactly how they put it down, how they organize it, how they have everything on point. So when you come to a customer house, you won't be looking like you digging through the garbage can, taking stuff out your van. But as you can see, I got the Ryobi Airstrike, and I need my batteries. Where my batteries at? Where at? What bag? See, my organized team know where the batteries at. I don't know where they at. I hid them. I buried them. Buried them like they done died or something. So we're gonna get these batteries. So, okay, there they go. Yep, all this stuff ain't supposed to be right here. You know, this is bad. This is bad. But I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys who contractors and business owners that do construction and remodeling, I'm pretty sure you know what it's like. When you get done with a job, you don't be feeling like organizing. You just throw it in the truck and just be like, I'm finna go home. You know what I'm saying? You be ready to go. You ain't got no time to be organized. Just like I just did. I just did it again. Wow. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But this is, they put me together a little battery bag right there. All my batteries located in there. I got the Milwaukee's 5.0s. I got the Ryobi lithium 18 volts. You know what I'm saying? Locked and loaded, baby. So, and as you can see, I spilled some paint down there. That's that Sherwin-Williams I done spilled on there. I don't know how we gonna get that up. The struggles. Okay, oh yeah, I need to get the boards. As you can see, we got the white boards, so we ain't gotta paint them. Maya, you could close that for me. I'm gonna have to go back out there to get the saw. Well, actually, I might as well go ahead and cut this out here. As you can see, we got the old chimes. We got the chimes, the old school chimes. Sound like the movies. Mommy, mommy. Some man's outside. And then a little thing go. That's the movies. But anyway. But yeah, we got the Ryobi Airstriker. So while I'm out here, I might as well not make a whole trip going in the house like that. I'm gonna show you my saw, because we gotta cut these boards. Like I said, you got the pop, push button open, you know what I'm saying? And this ain't the only one that open, check it out. Y'all van don't have this, you better get it. Look at that, boom, boom, hey, Transformers. Optimus Prime, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, like right here, this is my paint section. It's a mess, like I said. My organized team got to put that together today. Hopefully it don't rain. So, what did I come out here for? Oh yeah, I came out here for a saw. So busy trying to be Mr. Transformer. Okay. I'm gonna need a T-square, maybe a saw, and another battery. So I got a Milwaukee circular saw. I showed this in one of my videos. You go and check that out. did a review on all the saws. I think the review was called "What Saw Do You Need?" And in this case, I need the circular saw. I have a miter saw, but I took it out of my van so I could have more space. Shouldn't have did that. Because in this case, I would need to use a miter saw in order to make a straight cut, and these boards could line up when you butt them together. But we're gonna use this this rafter square to make a straight line, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so basically, in this case, we're gonna see this saw in action today. I usually wouldn't use this battery. This is for like a drill, small, die real quick. But it goes in like that. Pretty much cuts, you know what I'm saying? So, I'll take you guys in here and show you how to measure this up. So, Ace Hardware didn't have a full length board. Like their longest board was, what is that? It looked like about 10 foot. Longest board was 10 foot, so we got to piece it together to get the exact size that we need. So we're gonna take one in here for now. I need a pencil. Might you go get me a pencil, please? Out of the car. And then bring me that T-square thing in when that triangle thing. See, that's the good thing about having an assistant. You don't have to do so much running around by yourself. Get it done quicker. So as you can see, the board in here, it's too short. We're gonna pretty much use this one instead. And I'll use this somewhere else on another job. Perfecto. So pretty much it's gonna line up here. You see how clean it look, y'all? That look better than what was up there. That look clean, bruh. Clean! That's what I'm talking about. Like if you wanted to, you could actually layer trim. Like you could have this thick one on the back, and then you could put this skinny one, fat one on the front. You could have it like that if you wanted to. It's a lot of little things you could do with trim. So right now I'm waiting on my little helper today to bring me a pencil. So basically the way you piece two pieces together is you lay the first one where you want it. Make sure it's butted all the way to the end of the piece. It's flush, make sure it's flush. That's important, because if it's not flush and you have it too far that way, and then when you measure and cut the other piece, then you're gonna be short again. Then you gotta go all the way back to the store and buy another piece. And we don't wanna go back to the store again. So you're gonna measure all the way to the end of the wall, to the edge of the piece that we have here. It's gonna be kind of difficult. So we have 5'3" and 5'3" and 3/4. 5'3" and 3/4.
Find a T-square.
Okay, so we're gonna go out here and mark this right quick. Mark it and cut it. 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 Yeah, killing it. I bet y'all ain't know I could kill it like that. Well, oh, I forgot I forgot the measurements. Wow. See, that's what happened when you play around on the job. You know, you start to forget stuff. So now I gotta measure it again. All that cutting it. Okay, so we're at 5'3" and 3/4. Hold on, I wasn't even looking at that. That's crazy. So we're at 5'3" and 3/4. So remember that, guys. 5'3" and 3/4. So maybe we can make a song called 5'3" and 3/4. 5'3" and 3/4. 5'3" and 3/4. See, that'll be a good way to remember stuff. 5'3" and 3/4. Hey, 5'3" and 3/4. So we're gonna cut this at 5'3" and 3/4. So we're gonna go out here and cut it. All right. So when you're measuring, you just take the tip into this, hook it on the edge. And we're gonna go to 5'3". As you can see, 5'3" is right here. And then you're gonna go all the way down to 3/4, which is right there. And then you put a little mark there. And that'll be where you make your cut. So in order to get this cut straight as possible, you're gonna use a rafter square. So how this works is you just rest it on the flat part of whatever you're cutting, and you just move it till it's on top of the line, like that, and then you just mark the line. So that way when we cut it with the saw, it'll be a nice straight cut, and when you put the two pieces together, they'll lay on top of each other like that without a gap. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna cut this. When you're using this kind of saw, stand on this side, right over here, because the sawdust's gonna go on that way. Yeah, right there. So when you're using this kind of saw, you want to make sure that whatever you're cutting, you want to put this 0-degree line on the line that you're gonna cut, because that is where the blade is, so right on the 0-degree, this blade. So as you can see, come a little closer if you can. I'm lining it up right on the 0-degree, and as you can see, that's exactly where the blade is. So I'm gonna do the cutting. And as you can see, don't use the small battery. Like I said, this is not for the saw. So I'm gonna have to go get the other battery. Come on, guys. We're gonna run and do this. I know y'all tired of the back and forth. But sometimes this is what you got to do. This is what you get paid the big bucks for. Sometimes you got to do a little bit of back and forth. Oh, yeah. So for the saw, you want to use the 5.0. Can't go wrong with the 5.0. It lasts pretty much all day. So let's go ahead and cut this right quick. Look like we have some visitors. So we're gonna snap the 5.0 in here. Pretty much take it out, pop it in, locked and loaded. And then you just stick the blade in the same slot to complete the cut. Ah, shoot. Okay. So put the saw here. All right. So now that we got it cut, You just place it on there. Oh, pass me that nail gun, that green thing. So now we're about ready to nail this baby down. Nailed it! So whenever you're making a cut, the smart thing to do is, since we didn't have a miter saw, and whenever you're cutting with a circular saw, sometimes the edge will be a little rough because you're not using a chop saw. So you're gonna use the finished edge that they have in the store, where they cut it in the store, and you're just gonna butt the existing piece up to the finishing edge, okay? And that should do it. So you pretty much drop it in there. Like that. And as you can see, they line up pretty good. Like that. We got a little junk in the corner over here. Clean that out for a minute. Okay. Now you're gonna pretty much place it where you want it, where it looks good at. And then you're gonna use the nail gun. Check out that nail striker. Look at how it's sitting there. That thing's sitting like a soldier. So get the nail striker. It shoots finishing nails all the way up to 2 inches. And you pretty much shoot them in the wall like this. And it got a light on it. And it doesn't fire unless you have it pressed down on something. So you pretty much put it on. Make sure it's where you want it. Boom. Locked and loaded. You don't want to put too many nail holes in it because you don't want it to look all holy up. Okay. So as you can see, try to get it as close as possible right here. Awkward positions. And there, it's done. So now, as you can see, we now have trim on the bottom part of the wall. It doesn't look so bad anymore. So what you can do is, you can pretty much caulk it if you want. Or you can leave it as it is, but in this case, we're gonna have to caulk it. Cause I'm a perfectionist. This is what I do. I do good work and people call me back. That's what it's all about, guys. You do good work and they're gonna call you back. I done did a lot of work on this house. God called me back because I do good freaking work. You know how hard it is to find people that do freaking good work? It's very hard. I hear the horror stories all the time. People promise that they can do something, or they say that they can do it and they can't do it, or you'll hire them to do it and you pay them the money to do it, and then they do a bad job at it, and then they don't want to fix it, or they'll tell you that it's okay, it's okay. No, it's not okay. If the customer's not happy, then you haven't done your job, guys. Oh, I forgot. I looked over there on the ledge and I saw that my gun was gone. I forgot we took it in the house. Almost had a heart attack. The struggles. Okay, so what did I come out here for? A caulking gun. Caulking gun, you gotta get you one of these. And you gotta have one of these. And you gotta have some of this. As you can see, my organized team usually keep that stuff together, but I messed it up. Shame on me. Oh, my drink. Okay. Okay. Now, a lot of you guys like to skip this part because you're just lazy and you don't feel like doing extra work, but it's important to protect the floors whenever you're about to do caulking or painting, because if you damage the people's stuff, you're supposed to replace it. Now, I had an incident one time where I was painting an office in a lady's house and I spilled some paint on the carpet. It was brown paint. Spilled the paint on the carpet, tried to clean it up, and it just would not come up. I used everything. I used Goo Gone, I used mineral spirit, I use water, I use rag, I use wet vac, I use a puppy poop cleaner. I use that. None of those things work. And guess what? I just had to buy a lady a whole new piece of carpet. So to avoid those mistakes, you really should take the time to cover stuff up. So this right here is called a quick masker. And basically what it is, it's a machine that you put a roll of paper on and it automatically puts the tape on the edge of the paper so you can tape down the plastic and keep stuff from getting on your floors. So this is how it works. You just line it up with the edge. You guys can come over here and catch a closer look. Pretty sure you guys are like, why is the camera way over there? As you can see, I'm going to the edge of it with it. Can I have my assistant to pull the rest of that out? Pull it up. No, pull it like this. Yeah.
On that paper?
Yeah, now rip it. Okay. Now smash it. You gotta smash the paper to the carpet like you smashed the like button. Make sure you do that right now if you want to do it. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Okay, so as you can see, we got that floor covered. Okay, get it off of the baseboard though. Take the tape off the baseboard, only on the carpet. So how you caulk it, you pretty much want to go to every little nail hole. Take a little bit, put it on your finger like that, and you put it in the nail hole. And you rub it across like that. And then you just run a bead of caulk across the top. See how important it is to have a piece of paper you can actually use it to wipe your finger on, because you don't want to get this on the carpet, because the people will complain and be like, oh, you got paint on my carpet or caulking on my carpet. And then what you gonna say? Sorry? No, sorry ain't enough. Sorry ain't a freaking enough when you mess up somebody's stuff. You gotta fix it, guys. I'm tired of y'all guys out there doing them hack jobs. You do the darn thing right. Stop leaving the customers mad. Then I gotta worry about cleaning up after your mistake. You know the last guy that came here? Telling me about the last guy. You guys are the last guy? Are you the last guy? I hope you're not the last guy. I'm tired of fixing your work. Do it right, man. It's a shame. People pay their hard-earned money for you guys to come and fix something on their house, and then you don't do the job right. So you make sure that y'all, for all you guys that's messing up people's stuff, make sure y'all subscribe, because you guys are the ones that really need to learn the proper technique and the proper business etiquette that you need to be a successful business person. This is what we all about over here on Taraz Toolbox. We ain't about that bull crap. We about doing the job right, making the customer happy, and making a name for yourself. You don't want to be the person to have a bad name for yourself. Can't make no money if you got a bad name for yourself. So as you can see, we put that caulk all across the top. I know you guys are saying caulk. It's called caulking. I wonder why they call it caulking. But in my experience, the best caulk to use when you're doing baseboards or anything that you're going to paint, you got to get this DAP. It's called DAP, and it's called all-purpose acrylic latex caulk plus silicone, and it's 40 years. It's supposed to last 40 years, and it dries in 10 minutes. Like that's the key thing about it, getting something that's going to dry real fast, so you don't have to wait hours for it to dry before you paint it, because we want to get this done. And as you guys can see, I got a little bit of caulk on the carpet. Caulk on the carpet. So I'm going to need a rag. So can my assistant give me a rag out of the truck? But the good thing about this though, is not paint. If this was a dark paint, I'll be scarred right about now. This caulking, the reason why I like this caulking is it's water based. So if you get it on something, you could clean it up with water, no problem. But if you had a paint, that paint would get on there and it'll stain it like a dye, and you cannot wash it out. You can't wash out paint on carpet, especially dark paint. Hard lesson learned. So you gotta be careful, because mistakes do happen. Even if you do cover it all up, mistakes do happen, just like you guys just witnessed. But it's all good. Okay. So we're waiting on my assistant to bring back a rag. And right now I think we're in a house that doesn't have any water, so I'm going to show you guys a little trick that you can use if you don't have water to clean up a mess or a boo-boo that you make. My assistant is taking too many years to go and get that. Oh God, the struggles. Oh, she's back. That's a new one. I bet you couldn't find it. Let's see. She gonna come back with a paper towel, a brown one, watch. I couldn't find a rag, but I found this, watch. Oh, you found it. Oh, thank you. Great.
Sorry, Dad.
So, we're gonna show you little guys a home remedy. If you ever get some caulking on the floor or some white paint and you don't have no water in the workplace, what you can use is a little bit of Gatorade. So give me that bottle of Gatorade. I got a little Gatorade over there. And we're gonna show you something today on YouTube. This is gonna go viral right here. You take a little bit of Gatorade, right? You shake it up. You shake it up till you see bubbles come in it, right? See the little bubbles? So after you see the bubbles, you carefully take the top off, blowing it real quick, and then put the top back on. Capture the air. That causes it to have a hyper reaction. So after you do that, you're gonna take a little bit of Gatorade and put it on your rag. Just a dab, like that, okay? And once you got the dab, it gotta be the frost Gatorade. Don't get the green, the blue, or the red. It got to be the frost. The other ones won't work, okay? You got to be frost, crisp and cool, thirst quencher Gatorade. But you put a little bit on the rag, and then you take it and you wipe it over the caulk like this. Now check it out. Look real close, y'all. Y'all gonna see some magic right here. As you guys can see, the Gatorade is quenching the thirst of the caulking, and the caulking is coming into the rag. And as you can see, it's brand new again. All from some Gatorade. Gatorade will clean the caulking out your carpet. Clean caulking out your carpet. That's 3 C's. Tongue twister, baby. Clean the caulking out your carpet with some frosted Gatorade. And the good part about it, it smells good. So no harmful chemicals, and it smells good, and it's biodegradable. So you can actually lick it if you wanted to. If I wanted to lick it, I probably could, but I ain't gonna lick it. But yeah, that's what you do. This will work if you have a bottle of water also. So after you've done that, now you can pretty much paint it if you wanted to. So I think I'm gonna put a coat of paint on it because it came dirty from the store, unfortunately. So I'm gonna paint it right quick. Oh, what I can, yeah, I'm gonna go and paint it. So let's go see if we got some paint in the truck right quick. Throw a little lick on there. As you can see, they redid the house next door. It looked kind of cute. They painted it gray. Painted it gray. Looks kind of nice the way they got it. Cute. A little small little bathroom right there. I put the frost on that window too, that bottom window. Got that frost on it. So, yeah. What did I come out here for? I don't even remember now. Paint. So we're gonna get some white paint. Hopefully we got some in the truck. Oh, I think I do. Like I say, this is where we at. This is what we do. So, yeah. As a painter and as a remodeler or a handyman, it's pretty good habit to always keep some paint in your truck. And white paint is what you got to have. So we got some white paint, we got a brush. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint that baseboard. So, okay, all right. So what we're gonna do is we come out in here, paint this baseboard. And the paint that we're using today is Glidden. See, Glidden usually gets a bad stigma because it's a cheaper paint as far as cost-wise. This thing have oil on the bottom of it. Boy. I really would have messed that carpet up. Maya, you give me that red paint pan in the back of the van. That pan that you pour the paint into. Oh, these are some tongue twisters today. So, whenever you're working on carpet, you always got to make sure that you're extra careful because as you can see, I got some transmission fluid that spilled in the back of my truck on the bottom of this can. If I would have got this on the carpet, it probably wouldn't have came out. I'm out of breath. All them peas, paint in the can and the popper. Whatever I just said. So, I gotta clean this stuff off of my hand. Gotta clean that out of my truck. Gotta tell my assistants about that to take care of that for me. To see what they can do if they have any special tricks. They're gonna be teaching y'all they tricks. Come on. Another trick, if you don't have a, well, never mind. You can always open up the a paint can if you have some keys. You can use the edge of your key. If you don't have a screwdriver or a paint opener. But yeah, this paint right here is called Glidden Diamond, and it's really good. It goes on with one coat. You don't have to sit and wait for it to dry in order to put 2 or 3 coats on it. One coat and it covers. I love it. And it's really, really white. So pretty much brush it on there. I would usually use a bigger brush, but I couldn't find my brush because it's unorganized in my van right now. So pretty much paint it on there. You're gonna use back and forth strokes like that. Make sure that you don't glob it on there. Flap it on there too much, because it'll just drip. It'll drip behind the tape and get on the carpet, and we don't want that. We don't want to buy no more carpet. So pretty much go up and down the wall like this. Right, you could go and look in the truck and see if it's a bigger brush in there. Like a wider one. Make sure it's not hard. Never mind, I could just do it with this.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to find it. I think I used them all. They all dirty. Pretty much go up and down the wall like this. And make sure that you got your paint tray, the paint in on the paper, because you don't want it to be dripping on the carpet. Okay. Now it's looking fresh and white. Make sure your hands are clean when you're working on carpet. So it's pretty easy. There's nothing complicated about this at all. You're just doing back and forth strokes. Making sure you don't have too much paint on your brush. Globbing it on there, flapping it everywhere. Ah! And if you're a good painter, you won't get paint all over yourself. As you can see, I got on my good clothes today. I got on my Tarot Toolbox t-shirt. Make sure if y'all want one, go ahead and click that link in the description. Go to my website, buy it. Extra large, large. We got black, blue, red, white, ricker. I'm tired. But yeah, so you just basically keep going back and forth with it. Whenever you're painting, you want to pretty much follow the direction of whatever it is you're painting. So we're dealing with a horizontal baseboard. Is this horizontal? Yeah, horizontal baseboard. So we're going to do horizontal strokes. You don't want to be going up and down with this. And like I say, just make sure that your tape is not on the piece that you're working on, or else you won't be able to paint it. I love this Glitton Diamond paint. As you can see, it's going on in one coat. It's covering up all them dark spots, all the nail holes, all the caulking. And it's pretty fresh now. Just got one little brush stroke right over here. Oh, that's caulking. I went a little too heavy on the caulking right there, but it's okay. So, now that you have all that done, job is pretty much complete. You move your paint. Make sure you don't put it somewhere where you're going to kick it over or knock it over and get it on the carpet. And you're going to pull your tape up while it's still wet. And as you see, you didn't get any on the carpet. As you're pulling it up, make sure you're balling it up at the same time. Okay, so now it's pretty much done. Get a view of that. Looking right, looking right, looking right. You know what I'm saying? And when you get done with it, you gotta step back and be like this here, you know what I'm saying? You be like, yo, I just killed that. We just killed it.
God first, everything else after. I'm sending up a prayer, lit back looking at the rafters. I came to clear the way, so I'm killing all you rappers, killing all you trappers, killing all you actors. A message from the master. No need to spit it faster, so you could get a grasp of what I'm really trying to say. Cause I think you better duck, bro. Your message really sucks, bro. Time to turn this thing up, me the devil about to knuckle up. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it right now. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it right now. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it right now. Time to get it, time to get it. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it right now. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it right now. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it right now. Time to get it, time to get it. I hear him saying you a Christian, you can't rap hard, but I'm in my own league. God said a entourage. Lyrically, I dominate, killing your whole entourage. Creatively, you boring me. Y'all are just some followers. Crunch bubblegum, walk the plank, party hard. All systems going while you still stuck on star. See, I spark like an arc in the dark, and this is that funk like an undercover fart. Time to get it, time to get it, time to get it right